Hello, my name is Troy and I live in northern Utah, and I thought I'd just share a quick video to show you kind of the before, during, and after of redoing my roof on my 30-foot RV. I've kept it in good shape. It's about a 12-year-old RV and I've got the roof here. I'm going to be working on that. I'll show you some video here of my roof condition at the current time, the before picture of before using the Rvroofmagic, and kind of during the process, and give you a good idea of where I'm at and how things are working out. It is about 50 degrees here in Utah right now, so it's a good time to try to get this done before the winter starts coming with the snow and the freezing ice and rain. Anyway, here we go. Let me turn this around here for you. So here you can see where the TV antenna was. Got a little bit of mold growing here. It's kind of dirty on top. It's in pretty good shape. I don't have any tears or holes in the roof, but you can see it is aging. It's got little microscopic cracks, as you can see, maybe in the roof here, the surface. Got some covers on the roof. You can see again, you know, it's got different mold spores growing on the rooftop here. So I want to be able to get that refinished. Roof's not too bad, but it does definitely need to be taken care of. Here's the full roof there. Just needs to be having a good clean right now. I'm going to be cleaning that with some dishwash detergent. Added a little bleach as well, and we'll be getting this cleaned off so I can use the Rvroofmagic to repaint it. All right, the first thing I've done is completely wet the roof just to get off the surface dirt, first of all, to get rid of as much dirt as I can. And the next thing I'm going to do is remove the plastic coverings on the roof so that I can paint and clean properly underneath those. As you can see, I've got these vent covers, these plastic vent covers. So I'm going to have to remove those with these bolts so that I can get a good clean underneath. This roof is, these covers have been on the roof for about 10 years now. So I'm going to need to remove these bolts to take the cover off so I can get a good clean around the vent. I'm also going to carefully remove the shroud here on the air conditioner so that I can get underneath the air conditioner and get a good clean job underneath there, and that vent as well. I may go ahead and see if I can remove the putty on this over the refrigerator so that I can get a good clean job underneath here to be able to paint that as well. As you can see underneath the vent, it's got some mold and some dirt growing underneath there, so we're going to want to get underneath those areas. Also need to check, and as you can see from aging, I'm starting to get some cracking going around the vent hole here. So I've ordered some Rubex caulking to be able to put on these cracks as well, so that we have seal up all of our leaks. So that'll be the first step, is to remove the different fan or the vent shrouds and things like that. All right, I've removed the vent covers, and not too difficult, just a few bolts holding it on. But as you can see, it's pretty dirty underneath. I'm gonna have to try to clean this off the best I can. The vent's pretty dirty just from years of traveling. Need to get that all cleaned off as well. Probably take off these brackets. This one was already loose, and I just removed that one. So I'll need to take off those brackets so I can get painted around that. Just get this whole area cleaned up really well so it can paint really nice. I just want to show you, I got this one removed. I've got this one over here removed as well. But I also need to take off this shroud as well. So I'll be working on that for just a little bit. It's already getting nighttime, so I'll probably have to try to pick this up in the morning and try to finish it up. Okay, a little bit of labor scrubbing with the brush on the top here, dipping it in the bucket with the solution, and then able to wash it off in a small segment here, using a little bit of brushing back and forth to clear off as much surface dirt, so when we paint the Rvroofmagic, it'll be easy to apply and it will have a good clean surface. As you do that, just do back and forth and you'll do a pretty good job. It'd be a lot easier if you could maybe switch off with somebody. If that's not possible, you just have to keep working at it little by little. Also, don't forget to carefully do the sides along here as well, just along the side that you'll need to be painting to get that cleaned off. And now I'm going to rinse it off and we'll do another section. So here we go. Just to show you, it's coming pretty clean, but the old molding or the old caulking that's here above or around the vent is still in good shape, but it's going to be painted over, and I'll probably touch it up a little bit more again with some of the caulking that they recommend. It is dirty, it's still a little bit dirty. You can see I'll need to get probably a sponge and continue to clean this off really well so that the paint will stick to it. As you can see, it's still got some dirt on there, so I'll need to get that off. Probably use a sponge or a rag to continue wiping that off. Okay, as you can see, I've been scrubbing and working on getting all of the surface dirt off. You want to have your caulking fairly clean going around the different parts on the trailer, and I'm slowly working on it. Now, remind you, my roof isn't in too bad a shape, but it is 12 years old and it is starting to get mold spots on it, and very closely you can see surface cracks that are in it, and that is what I'm working on, is getting it repainted to avoid any future problems. So I'm going to keep working away at this. But as you can see, a lot of dirt. That's why you got to clean it off well before you paint it. So I'm going to keep working on it and getting it cleaned off. All right, I've prepared our caulking gun here with our Rubik's caulking, and as you can see, we're ready to we've got the surfaces clean, so we're going to want to carefully apply probably a liberal amount. Just got to get this pumped through here real quick, and just carefully run that around in the crack. Probably watch it, let it settle, and then come back and maybe hit it up again just to ensure that it's sealing well with everything here. So just slowly working my way around this vent, and we'll continue to do that all the way around the trailer. Okay, here we are, actually tackling this here more early afternoon. It's about 60 degrees out today. It's gonna be a beautiful day to try to get this job done. Not too hot, not too cold. And last night I was able to caulk all of the joints with this Rubik's caulking here. I was able to get pretty much, I still have a little bit left, but I was able to go around to all of the vents and seams and caulk everywhere. As you can see, I've got everything caulked all the way back around. Retouched all of the areas here. Touched up all the screws and the edges and all of the areas so that it's ready to go, so it can be easily painted over. So it should be good there. Picked up here the 3/8 inch nap roller that I'm going to be using here to paint the Rvroofmagic. I've got my tray to put my paint in. Got my roller, got some gloves, and here's the Rvroofmagic. It called for a small drill to be able to stir it. I don't have the fitting for that, so I vigorously stirred on this for about 5 minutes. It recently just came in the mail, so it should be good, fairly good to go. I think it was just recently mixed, of course, at the factory, and I've been stirring this vigorously for 5 minutes. Should be good to go. Seems fairly thick in nature, so we'll go ahead and get this going, get it started at the front of the trailer, and just work our way back. All right, I'm just still working on the first can of Rvroofmagic, and it's taken a little bit of a process, just getting it nice and even on the surface with a roller. Learn from my mistake. I bought a fairly inexpensive roller, a multi-purpose universal roller, 3/8 nap. However, problem was, as you can see right here, if you can focus down here, when I started to use the roller, because it was a cheaper roller, the fibers of the roller actually came out of the roller. Don't want that, not good. So what you're gonna need to do is pay a little extra money and get you some better, more professional rollers. As you can see, Purdy rollers here, got some Ace hardware, 3/8 inch, and this seems to be doing much better job. As you can see now, much more smoother finish. So you definitely want to have it doing well on that. So I've started in the corner, just been working my way back and forth. I used a paint brush and was able to go around the vents prior, so that I didn't have to try to roll it around the vents, rolling up to around the vents. So I've been painting around the vents prior, and then now painting the roof. It might take you a couple times, laps of paint here to get it nice and even. Also, as you're doing the sides, I use the roller to go down the sides just a little bit on the edges of the roof as well, so that it's starting to seal the edges too. So we'll get to that point. All right, one other quick tip. So the contents of under here in the Rvroofmagic is under pressure. The can is definitely bulged on the top and the bottom, so the instruction says to be very careful when opening this. Stands with reason, because they've actually have these clips going around the can. I've already removed several of them, but just very carefully with the screwdriver, pry the clip out, and as you're prying this lid off, you know, it says to cover it with a rag, and probably hold the lid carefully so that it doesn't pop out and get paint everywhere. So the contents inside the can, the paint itself is very combustible, so therefore it's bulging the can right now. Just a quick tip. All right, we finished up the painting and it's all dried now. It looks great. Really adhered to the surface really well. It's got a little bit of leaves on it now during the course of the last day or so. It's been blowing a little bit, but either way, it looks good. I did notice that in a few spots, the rubber, during the course of the night, I applied it during, it was about 58, 55 degrees, and during the night it did freeze a little bit overnight, and so the surface did get a little bit of some weird crystals. Didn't hurt the integrity of the roof, but you can see little ice crystals in the roof. I've got some extra material, and I'll plan on putting some more on in the springtime to be able to put another extra coat on it, and that should seal it up even more. But otherwise, it looks good. It covered it up, and it feels like a brand new roof. So very happy and pleased with the product.